All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. I apologize for the picture in the screen, but I want to give you an idea what we will talk about. You know, we hear always the Muslims, they keep saying that Allah is God. And okay, who is this God? This God have a special description. He have 99 attributes. This is all what they know about him. Muhammad himself never met him, never even heard his voice. That's it. In order for us to know the God of Muhammad, we have to check what Muhammad said about his God, not Christian Prince. I mean, who knows Allah better than Muhammad? Nobody. So let us see who is Allah, and let us see who is Satan. And then we can figure out who is Satan and who is God for Muslims. You know, the Muslim, they will say to you that Allah, obviously, he says that he is against Satan. Well, let us see if this is true. If we go in the Qur'an, we will find as an example, Allah ordering the angels to bow down to Adam. As an example, this exists in many, you know, Muhammad, he is a person, he keeps repeating the same thing all over. I mean, he has nothing to say. As an example, chapter 2, verse number 34. Allah, he ordered the angels to bow down to Adam, except Iblis. He refused. But, you know, here you see that there's something stupid in this verse, because Iblis is not an angel in Islam. You see, Satan in Christianity, he is a fallen angel. In Islam, he is just a genie. But here we notice that the first one who is permitting and practicing shirk. What Muslim they say to you? If you bow down to anyone beside Allah, is against Allah teaching, blah, 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 blah. Okay, hold on. This is Allah is teaching you and ordering not only in the angels. He's ordering the angels to do what? To bow down to a man, not to him. You see here, he is not ordering the angels to bow down to him. He is ordering the angels to bow down to the man. So how Allah can be God, who is teaching you to worship and to bow down only to him? Then we find that the first one who permitted and committed shirk, because bowing is an act of worship. Bowing down is an act of worship. What bowing down for, you know? And this is additional lie from Muhammad, because how Allah, he said the Qur'an is a pure Arabic, and then he used the word Iblis. Go right now and search what the origin of the word Iblis, and you will see that Muhammad is a liar. Why he is using the word Iblis? Remember, the Quran says we made this book a pure Arabic. Muhammad claimed that this is a pure Arabic book, but Satan is not Arabic, Quran is not Arabic, Qalam is not Arabic, Allah himself is not Arabic. Muhammad, he claimed that this book is a very pure and clear Arabic, and because it's so pure and clear, this is why we see hundreds of words have nothing to do with the Arab language. In the same time, it's so clear to the point we need 1 million interpretation, and none of them agree with the other, each one. I mean, do you see how clear the Arabic Allah he used? So how we will prove that Allah is God? I will do something to help the Muslims. I will go to Prophet Google, peace upon him, and I will search what is proof exist that Allah is God. And look what I found. What is the proof that Allah is God? All prophets were Muslims. All the prophets were Muslim, including Alexander the Great. You see, I'm trying my help to help the Muslims to see, okay, what would make this God God? So what do you say to me? All prophets were Muslims? This is the answer. And what is the proof they were Muslim? Okay, if prophets were Muslims, then they do the same as Muhammad. Was Moses accused of stealing underwear? Was Isa a child molester? Was he a thief? He attacked caravan, take the money and take the clothes of the people and take even their sandals, as we can show you from their book. So when you say he's a Muslim, I mean, what Muslim? Did Moses kiss black stone? Did Abraham kiss stones and go around stones? So when they say to us, all the prophets are Muslim, brother, okay, we laugh at you what you're saying, because first of all, the God of Abraham and the God of Moses and the God of all the prophets, and from the Old Testament, from the first page in the Old Testament, you will find that God and his spirit. So the God of Moses have a spirit, the God of Abraham have a spirit, the God of Elijah have a spirit, but the God of Islam is not. He's not a spirit and he have no spirit. So how can he be the same God? That's a lie. And then the word Islam means submission. I mean, this is one of the most funny things. No, the word Islam does not mean submission. The word Islam means to surrender in war. If we go in the Quran, you will find here it says, and by the way, this is a mistake, many even Christians, they say submission. If you go in the Quran, chapter 49, the Muslim translation says here, the desert Arabs say, we believe, say, have not, you have not faith, but you only say, we have submitted our wills to Allah. Okay, hold on. Just to show you how the translation is stupid. Because if they are submitting their will to Allah, then how you say to them you have no faith? So the word submitted here wrong, because submission is something you do willingly, not by enforcement. And you, in order to do it willingly, you have to have faith, correct? Like, let us say this, forget about God. God. Let us say I'm going to follow you, I trust you. I say I trust you. So in order to use the word trust you, that's mean I have to do it willingly. If you force me, obviously I don't trust you. So here he just said to them, you have no faith. So how they are submitting to him? Obviously the word submission here is false. If we change the translator, you will see right away the translation change. From submission is going to be surrender. Let's change to see what we will find. Is it really submit or surrender? Here we go. Muhammad Hilali and Muhammad Khan. The Bedouin says, the Arab, we believe. Say, you believe not, but you only say, we surrender. What surrender here? We became Muslims. So Islam mean, literally, we surrender in war. Why the Arab, they say we believe, but the fact they are not. Look, they are saying we surrender. Allah saying, yes, you surrender, but you don't believe. But the one who says this verse is Muhammad. There is no Allah. So the Bedouin, because Muhammad, he conquered them, he beat the hell of them, and he tortured them, and the one who will not accept Islam will die. So he forced them to say we are Muslims, which means we surrender, but in fact they have no faith. And you tell me, if Allah is God, why he is forcing people to surrender to him, and he accept them to be Muslims? Because here the word is we became Muslims. Read it carefully. Anyone who speaks Arabic, he knew what I'm talking about. وَلَكِنْ قُولُوا أَسْلَمْنَا. You say we believe, don't say we believe. Say أَسْلَمْنَا. We became Muslim, which means we surrender. For faith never enter your heart. Okay, how they became Muslim then if faith never entered their heart? The Quran confirmed that those people, they surrender to Allah, they became Muslims, but faith never entered heart. So how faith never entered his heart, and then they joined by thousands into Islam? Because they surrender. Die or surrender. In different verse actually, Muhammad, he made it clear. He said, say to the Arabian who did not join us in Islam, we are going to go after you and we will kill you all if you don't surrender. You see here, they use the word submit again in this translation, but the fact is surrender. Say to the desert Arab who lag behind, which means they are not joining Islam, you shall be someone to fight against the people who given, like they are a gang. He's making a threat. Tell them, those Arab who don't want to join us in Islam, we are going to kill you. And this is why we see the other verse saying, okay, the Arab who Muhammad, he threatened them to kill them, he killed many of them, and those who survive, they surrender. So how this can be God? You need to surrender your will to the devil. He accepts that you know that he is not God. You don't have a problem. Let's just say Shahada. Do you see the hypocrisy? If Allah is God, how he accept people to say we are Muslims, and he knew they don't believe in him. He forced them. Do you understand the point? If Allah is God, he will not accept, he will do the opposite. You remember what Jesus said? Not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father. Muhammad the opposite. Allah the opposite. You believe in me or not, just surrender. Who cares? Just surrender. Okay, surrender. Bow down to me, the devil. He knew that nobody respects him. He knew that he's a fraud. He knew he's a liar. He knew he's the father of all lies. But all what he cares is to conquer you and to make you surrender. You don't care if you believe or not. Otherwise, I change any Muslim. What kind of God? He says to them, die or I will kill you or you surrender to me. And then after that, we find that this God, he is saying clearly that the Arab, they don't believe in me. They just surrender. So again, when they say the word submitted, that's a fraud. How you force them and then they submit it. And this is why, the Muslims, in order to make you surrender, they try to intimidate you. If they can, they use a sword. If they cannot, they intimidate you by threat. Like in our cases, they try to humiliate you, or let us say, oh, we post a picture of you. They are supposed this is you or me, whatever. And I laughing at what they post. But all the point is how we can intimidate a person, how we can scare you. So they threat you, we will kill you, we will find you, whatever, etc. And then if you are not getting intimidated, so what we will do? This is why Islam is a 100% satanic cult. There is an ustad in Indonesia. He left Islam, and they have a video of him recorded secretly by one of the stating that Jesus is his God. He's a big ustaz. He left Islam, and then a few weeks after, I don't know how long it took, for sure he started receiving death threat and they will kill him. And I'm sure they gave him a warning, either you convert back to Islam or we will kill you. The guy, he said Shahada again. But the question is, if Islam is a true religion and from the true God, why they are threatening a man to come back to Islam by the sword? If Islam is a true religion and the one who believe and the one who want to leave. No. All the videos on YouTube are talking about this person. His name is Yudi Moliana. He's a big ustaz in Indonesia who became murtad. So the only way to keep Indonesian surrender to the Arab, well, because this is what the purpose of Islam, by the way, is to make you a slave of the Arab. All of you are slaves of the Arab based on Islam. The second you are a Muslim, you are under the control of the Arab. You pray in Arabic, you talk, your God Allah, he don't even listen to you unless you are speaking the Arab language. Did you ask yourself why? For this is a cult made by the Arab, and the purpose purpose of it to make the Arab superior over other ethnic groups. This is why wherever Islam goes, right away everything transforms into Arabic. As if those people they don't have their own culture, they don't have no, they don't. Arabic will destroy everything. This is why Muhammad, he says, the one who is proud about his previous heritage before Islam, tell him to go and bite the penis of his father. I mean, what kind of a prophet he says such a statement? How filthy, disgusting, trashy person. So Allah, he agree, Aka Muhammad, that you do not need to believe in him to be considered a follower. All what you need to do is to surrender to him. You need to surrender to him. Let us see the Indonesian translation, what it does say. I don't know what it says there, but you tell me. Does it say submission or surrender in the translation? Mostly they will say submission, right? To lie to you. But obviously it cannot be submission, because submission is something you do willingly. So how they are doing it willingly, and nobody is forcing them, but yet they don't have no faith. There's no way anyone will submit to someone unless he have faith on him. This is the truth. Muslim Prince, he is saying, هل صحيح أن المسيح هو رب من دون الله? Yeah, this is an example of the Muslim. You know, I never saw a Muslim he have a smart question. Why you don't make your question in English so everybody will laugh with me, Mr. Muslim Prince? هل صح أن المسيح هو رب من دون الله? Is it true that the Messiah is Lord without Allah? Allah is a Satan, my friend. What are you talking about? Look at this Allah. Have you ever heard of Allah like this? I mean, Allah is God for the Muslim, but look what Allah he said. Allah in the Qur'an he said, if this book is other than Allah, it's made by other than Allah, which means God, you will find a lot of garbage in it, contradiction. This is your God statement. So how we can find if Allah is God or not? The Quran give us a very nice way to find out. Chapter 4, verse number 82. Can't they, comprehend the Quran, deal with the Quran? Why the Quran is so hard to agree with it? Allah saying that. If this is a book not from God, you will find a lot of contradiction and garbage in it. Well, here we go. Muslim Prince, are you willing to call me and let us count together the garbage in your book? It's endless. Have you ever heard of a God? He don't remember which one he created first, the trees or the mountains or the stars. One chapter he said the opposite, and the other chapter he said totally the opposite. So your God, Allah himself, he said it clearly, if this is a book not from Allah, or supposedly not from God, you will find a lot of shish kebab hummus. I wish we find shish kebab hummus. We find bugs. We find rats and mice. We find a stinky hole. If we go right now, as long we mentioned this topic, in chapter 2, verse number 29, it says, Allah is the one who created all things are on earth. And then, and you see here the funny, they translate, they say moreover. That's a lie. Thumma in Arabic is a period, it's a conjunction which is presenting a long period of time. And I told you there is a Muslim who teach Arabic supposed to convert people to Islam. Search for the word thumma meaning, and he will show you that thumma is used, like in Arabic we use wa, if something happened after, right after. Thumma is something happened while after. So Allah created everything on earth. And then a while after, he went to heaven, and then he finished the heaven, he made them 7 heaven. So the earth was finished, all of it, nothing left first. This is the Quran saying that. Then if we go in the Quran, we will find that the founder of the Quran is making a lot of poo-poo. This person, he cannot maintain what he's saying. I mean, he don't remember his lies. This is one of the lies, practice. In chapter 41, verse number 9, it says, how you deny the one who created the earth in 2 days? And then he said on earth, mountains. Okay, so what is the first created? The earth in 2 days. And then he put mountain in the top of it, which is stupid, because mountains are not something we put in the top. According to the Quran, وَجَعَلَ فِيهَا رَوَاسِي. So Allah, he settled down mountains, which means coming from the sky, he put it in the top of the earth. So the earth later will not meet on you, like will not move on you. And then he made all the substance of the earth, like the blessing of the earth, which means the grass, the trees, the water, etc. And then he went to the sky, verse number 11. And you see here again the translation says, moreover. That's a big fat lie. Change the translator. This is Yusuf Ali, the scam of Yusuf Ali. I would choose a Muslim, all of them are Muslim translation, but we want to be sure. Muhammad Hilali. It's not moreover. Then he went to the sky and he made it 7 sky. Okay, so what is the last thing he did? The sky was a smoke. After he finished everything in earth, as you see, this is chapter 41, verse number 9 and 10. The earth created in 2 days, and then he placed everything in the top of the earth, trees, mountains, etc. And then after that, he went to the heaven and he made them 7 sky. They were smoke, there was nothing in the heaven. And then he completed and he finished them 7 heaven. And then the last thing Allah he did, he decorated the heaven with stars. So the verses are so clear. Chapter 41, verse number 12. The last thing Allah he created was what? Stars. Be my witness. Okay. We go to different verse in the Quran. In chapter 79, read with me and laugh at the cult of Muhammad. Muhammad is teaching you Muslims which one Allah created first. I'm showing in Indonesian now. We will switch to English later. Apakah kamu libi slut bin sitanaya atahuka lanjit Allah telah yana. Allah start doing what? He built the sky. This is the first step. He lifted up, lift what? The sky. And then he made the day and the night, which mean the sun, the moon, the star, you know? Okay. And then after that, he went to the earth and he made it flat. So which one is done first? He finished the sky first here. And after that, he went to the earth. Do you like, guys, my Basha language? I'm getting better, right? Isn't it? Okay, let me. So Allah, he finished the sky first. He's saying to them, which one is harder to do? Allah is the one who made the sky. And then he lifted where the sky was to lift it up. If the sky is lifted up, that means the sky itself is inside something else. And then after that, he made the day and the night, which means he created the stars. And after that, he made the earth flat. And after that, he made the water and the grass. And after that, he made the mountains. But hold on. In the other chapter, it was totally the opposite. In chapter 41, the last thing Allah, he made the stars. In chapter 79, the last thing Allah, he made the mountains. And before it, he made the water. And before it, he made the earth flat. And before it, he made the stars. So how this can be from God? Muslim Prince, he's saying, this is not a contradiction. Okay, we will go with you. Everybody will die laughing. You know what? We will put the two chapters next to each other. Let me make it in English. So everybody will laugh at what your answer, that this is not a contradiction. Okay, now you see both of them in the screen. The one in the left is a chapter 41. The other one is 79. All right? So let us start and compare together. Chapter 79, Allah, he's saying, which one is difficult to create? The heaven he constructed, he raised it up, and then after that he made the day and the night. And after that he made the earth flat. And after that he made the grass and the water. And after that he made the mountains. Wonderful. Let us go to the other one. Read carefully. Say Muhammad. This is the Muslim translation. It's not in the Quran. Do you really disbelieve in the one who created the earth in 2 days? He placed mountain in the top of it. So what is the second step? He created the earth. Then he made mountains. Okay. I'm not going to read the rest. You can read it. He made the grass, etc. Blah, blah, blah. Then he went to the sky and the sky was smoke. There's nothing in the sky. So what was the first step? Earth creation, mountain creation. And then he went to the sky and the sky was a smoke. There's nothing. And then he completed the sky as seventh sky. Okay, hold on. So here we have the mountains was created as a step number 2. Let us type number 2. This is a stage number 2. Allah, he made the mountains, and this is chapter 41, verse number 10. In Quran 41:10, Allah's second step is he created mountains. Be my witness. In chapter 41, what was the second step? Read carefully. Are you difficult to create, or the heaven was constructed? So the first thing, the heaven, he raised it high. Okay. And then he made the night and the day, which means the stars are created as stage number 2. So here stage number 2 is mountains. Here stage number 2 is the stars. And after that, he spread the earth. So stage number 3 here, Allah is working in the earth. But here, Allah created the earth already, and he finished the earth as a stage number 2. In chapter 41, no, Allah, he finished everything in the sky, and after that he started working in the earth. And after that he made the mountain fixed, which means this is a stage number what? Let us count together. So he made the heaven stage number 1. He rose the heaven, and he rose the heaven, this is stage number 2. And then he made day and night, dark, afternoon, and light, which he created light. This is stage number 3. And after that, stage number 4, he made the earth flat, which is scientifically to be true. The earth is a flat, yes. So number 4, in number 4, Allah started working in the earth. And number 5, Allah, he made the mountains. Let us go to the other side. In the other side is different story. Allah created the earth in 2 days, as you see. Created the earth. This is step number 1. And then he made mountains, stage number 2. And he made the substance like water, grass, etc. And then look at the word then. This is who's the one said the then? Muslim says, not me. Then he went to the sky, and the sky was what? Was a smoke. So in chapter number 41, while the earth was finished, the sky was still smoke. Do you see it? But this is totally the opposite of chapter 41, where in chapter 41, as we see, it says that the heaven first was created, and then Allah, he raised it high. And then he made night and day, which means he created the light. And actually it says there the light. And then after that, he started working in the earth. And after that, he made the grass and the water. And after that, he made the mountains. So how in the world this can be a book from God? Guys, Fairuz is saying to me, how simple it can be more than this? I am complicating things. Okay, what is the stage? Allah, Fairuz, give me the answer. Allah, he created mountains. What stage? Give me the answer. Yeah, Asma, there is no God but Allah. Right? And Muhammad is his messenger. That's it. And get ready, I'll convert to Islam and I will have 4 like you in my bedroom. Give me the answer. Which one Allah created first? The stars or the mountain? Very simple. Who wanna give me the answer? Fairuz, your turn. Which one Allah created first? The stars or the mountains? Very simple. Who wanna give me the answer? Are you searching Google? It's in front of you. Where is Fairuz? Fairuz, where is the answer? Asma, she said, when the Quran says and then, it's referred to before, not after. And then it referred to before, not to after. The Muslim men, they could not answer. The Muslim women, she gave us the correct answer. The word and then, it means before, brother, not after. So now the answer that then referred to after, to before, not after. Really? In which language is that? So look at them, all of them, they are in trouble. They do not know what to do. Muhammad obviously is a fraud. He don't remember which one he created first. In chapter 41, obviously, the last thing Allah he created, it was the stars. Read it, verse number 12. After he completed the sky, and then the last thing he did, he decorated the sky with lamps. The last thing. But in chapter number 79, no, it was the second step where after Allah he raised the heaven, he made the light and the darkness. Read it. It's in front of you. The stars in chapter 41 is the last step Allah of a creation. In chapter 79, the third step of a creation is the stars. The fourth step, Allah made the earth flat. The fifth step, he made the mountains. Do you see it? So isn't it obvious that the one who made the Quran is an idiot? So it's very clear that the Quran is made by the devil. His name is Muhammad. And he is not even a smart devil. He's a small devil. He's a puppy of a devil. The devil is way smarter than this. I mean, there's no way the devil, with all the power he will make such a stupid thing. So this is the stupid Muhammad. He's trying to take the job of the devil, or the devil is using him, but Muhammad is fabricating Quran now. What happened to Fairuz? Look guys, look what Fairuz he said to us, just to show you an example of the madness when they are in disability. So he admitted that this is a contradiction, and now the answer is coming like this. Listen carefully. After Asma, now we have a guy, his name is Fairuz. This guy is the one who said to me he would drink water. You remember him? And he left the microphone open, and he was searching for the reference, and he could not get anything, so I get him busted. How you can understand God, creation? Are you God? Were you idiot? If we cannot understand God, the creation, so why Allah is telling us how he created? If we cannot understand, is your God Allah stupid? Are you saying that Allah is stupid? And people, they say to me, why you use the word idiot? I mean, bring me a better word to use. Bring me a better word. Instead of answering how stupid the Quran is, he don't even remember which one he created first, which one he created after. So while in heaven, while in chapter 41, the heaven was the last station of a creation. In chapter number 79, it is number 3. In chapter number 79, the mountains are created as a stage number 5. In chapter 41, the mountains are created as a stage number 2. So what we will do now? So it's so clear that Allah is the devil. He is silly, he is stupid. And when I say Allah is the devil, I'm speaking about Muhammad, who is possessed by the devil. Actually, even the Muslims agree that Muhammad is a satanic man. And Muhammad, he received command from the devil. If we go right now to the hadith, after we prove to you the stupidity of the author of the Quran, read carefully with me. Muhammad, he admitting that the shaitan is the one who gave him command. Read carefully. Sahih Muslim, hadith number 2814a. Muhammad said, let us see first the title. Chapter, the mischief of shaitan. So we are talking about what? The shaitan and his troops. Okay, so now Muhammad is teaching us about shaitan and his troops. Okay, let us see the shaitan and his troops. What happened to Muhammad? There amongst you whom is not attached from amongst the devil, the genie, the companion. They said, Allah messenger, with you too? Look what Muhammad is saying. Thereupon he, which means Muhammad, said, yes, I got one too. But Allah helped me against him, so I am safe from his hands, and he does not command me but for good. Who is commanding Muhammad? The devil. What the devil command to Muhammad? It's a good command. Do you see it, people? Muhammad saying clearly, the devil, he command me. I'm just the devil's servant. Who remember my debate with Sheikh Abdul Wadud? Sheikh Abdul Wadud, he tried his best to say the Prophet did not receive satanic verses. Satan, he tried to put satanic verses. And then I got him busted with no mercy. Go watch it. Any Muslim can explain to me how Muhammad received command from the devil? Muslim emperor saying, Jesus died, wrote, end of the story. Well, Muslim emperor, that's mean your prophet is a fraud. Guys, let me show you how Muslims, they insult and they spank their prophet. Read carefully what this Muslim he said. Muslim emperor saying, Jesus died and wrote, end of the story. That means Muhammad is a liar. Because according to Muhammad, Jesus is in heaven as we speak. So thank you, Muslim emperor, for spanking your prophet and get him busted. However, neither us, neither the Muhammadan, you are a Muhammadan supposedly believe in such a garbage you just said. But you are just an upset person, you have no idea what to say. Until now, we prove that Allah, in everything we say, that Allah is Satan. What else we can prove that Allah is Satan? Can you believe that there is a God who enjoys torture? Do you believe that there is a God, he will insert in the anus of a human being chain? And this chain, every ring of it is equal to all the iron in this earth. Can you believe it? I mean, how silly and how stupid. In chapter 69, verse number 32, Allah speak about fasting the human and he insert in their anus a chain which is in the size of 70 cubit, but this is the cubit of Allah. How big this chain and what this chain is about? Let us go and read the interpretation made by the Muhammadan, shall we? Chapter 69, verse number 32. This is Ibn Kathir. We will put the screen in front of you so all of you can read together. I have nothing to do with it. This is not my translation. This is not my book. This is not a Christian prince is saying that. Read carefully. And fasten him in a chain, wherefore the length of it 70 cubit. Ka'b al-Ahbar said, every ring of it will be equal to the entire amount of iron in the found in the earth, in the world. How big this chain is? That's so big, brother. Now what Allah will do with this chain? Read carefully, brother. It will be enter into his buttocks. Allah will enter the chain where? In his what? Okay, let me explain to you for those who they are not getting it. You know me, I'm very good in art. It's a gift from Allah, actually. From Allah. So this is a guy who was not fasting Ramadan. He was actually holding his phone in his hand, spending all the time playing with the phone and eating food and watching a football game. Allah, in the judgment day, brother, he is going to bring a big chain. I cannot make the chain big as Allah, he said, because it's very huge. Remember, I mean, we cannot put it in the screen. But we will make it small just for the purpose of education. And then Allah will insert this chain in his in his anus. And what is after that, brother? The chain, brother, not only will go... Okay, hold on. We should make the chain in different color and the guy in different color. Okay, this is the guy who was not fasting, brother. Okay, so the chain, brother, is going to go inside his what? His buttocks. Okay, and where the chain will come from, it says here, it will be run from behind until it's brought out of his nostrils. So to make it simple for you and more clear, this is the nose of this Muslim. This is his nose. This is his eyes. So Allah will insert the chain in the anus, and the chain, brother, will come from his nostrilius. I mean, it makes sense. It get inside the anus, it comes from the nose because they are connected. Scientifically, this is true. Is that God? God will insert a chain in the anus and this chain is so huge? Hold on. We have Fairuz. He got something to prove to us after all the stupid things we proved to him that the Qur'an is from Allah. Okay, we agree. Allah, the Qur'an from Allah, the devil. Chapter 51, verse number 47, talk about the space expansion. It's my challenge to you to show me an ancient or religious book explain this. This is in the Old Testament where it says that the heaven is the same as a curtain which God he expand. Secondly, the Quran does not say he is doing expansion. You are a liar. The Quran says, and we have the power to do more. Do you want me to get you busted, Abdul, right now as we speak? Or you are ashamed of this verse, so you are trying to take our attention from the anus story. Chapter 51, verse number 47. And Ibn Kathir will get you busted. Hey, let us go to Ibn Kathir. You see, we Christians, we have the verses in the Bible says that God, he expand the heaven like a curtain. And we don't make a big deal about it. So what? This is not a book of science anyway. But we don't go and say science in the Bible. But look, they fabricate even the meaning of their God teaching. It says, وَالسَّمَاءُ بَنَيْنَاهَا بِأَيْدٍ. So Allah, he have hands, he built the sky with it. وَإِنَّا لَمُوَسِّعُونَ, where it says he will expand it, you liar. Read it. Verily we are able to extend the vastness of the space, therefore means we made it vast and we brought the roof high without pillar support. And by the way, here the translation is not accurate to the Arabic. In Arabic it says it clearly, and we are going to give more of our creation. However, this is mentioned in the Old Testament. If that was true, long before Muhammad was born, long before the Arab exists. Why you are an idiot? And why they fabricate meaning? How they fabricate? Do he accept what his scholars they are saying? He will not. Chapter 41, verse number 47. Where is Allah will expand the space? Allah will build more. Read carefully. And the heaven we built with might, indeed. We are powerful. One says, etc. etc. Okay. He's strong and he become capable of doing more strong stuff. Like you see it? There is no heaven is extending and there is no garbage you are mentioning. Tafsir Ibn Abbas, the cousin of Muhammad. And if we see even Ibn Kathir in English, we will find that it doesn't fit at all with Ibn Kathir in Arabic. We created the heaven and might, so we make it vast, extend, therefore. We will, and it's also said it's mean, we expand the provision thereof. So this is what will prove to us that Allah is God. What about your prophet explaining more about the Qur'an, how the sun set in the murky water? Are you going to say Allah, prophet, is an idiot? Say it. I was sitting behind of the messenger of Allah, SAW, who was riding a donkey while the sun was setting. He asked, do you know what the sun said? I replied, Allah and his messenger apostle know better. The prophet said, then it's set in a spring of muddy water. And you are telling me your God, he speak about the expanse of the universe. Maybe your prophet is not aware of the knowledge of the Quran. The sun, this guy is talking about the sun sitting in murky water. This metaphor? Guys, Muhammad is saying to the guy, do you know where the sun goes? The guy, he said, no. Is the sun is a metaphorical or physical thing? It's a metaphor, brother. It's a metaphor. So the one which is about expanding the universe according to you was not metaphor, was really happening. Now this is metaphor. Do you have any proof that Allah is God? Feroz, are you there? Mr. Metaphor. Muhammad is a fraud. You like it, you don't like it, I don't care. The sun set in muddy water. People see. Mr. Feroz, or Feroz, why don't call me? Sunset in muddy water. People see sun going down. So Prophet Muhammad is showing in metaphor. Abdul, the guy, he is saying, Muhammad, your guy, he said to him, do you know where the sun set? What metaphor? It was sunset time. So Muhammad saying to the guy, do you know? The other guy, he says, Allah and his messenger know best. So this is the knowledge of Allah. And what the muddy water have to do with metaphor? Okay, explain to us the metaphor. What is the metaphor of muddy water? And by the way, in the Quran, it doesn't say ocean or anything. The Quran says it clearly that in a spring of muddy water, boiling water too. Spring of water. The ocean is not spring. And your prophet, he says, Ainun Hami, a spring of water. He did not say ocean. Allah cannot be God. Silly, stupid, mad, crazy, all kind of fictions, stupid story, flying carpet, a king who died, holding the stick over in his hand. Nobody noticed that he is dead for many months because simply he was standing with the stick. And then how people, they noticed that he was dead because the ant, the termite, they ate his stick. I mean, come on, give him a stick from gold so the termite will not eat it. Anyway, guys, I want to say thank you for being here. May the Lord bless you. Thank you, everyone. God is good, and our God, the Lord, the Messiah, no one is good like him. His name is holy, his act is holy, his teaching is holy, and his wisdom no one have like. Read the gospel of Christ. You want to read wisdom? You want to learn wisdom? You want to hear wisdom? Go and read what the Messiah said, and then you will know what we are talking about. Thank you, everyone. May the Lord bless you. Christ is Lord. Islam is false. And we see you soon again.